Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Thank God it's Friday. It is the first Friday in the month of May, 2022. My name is Shola Rogers, and I bid you a very warm welcome on a very cold Friday to the Boom Bar.
Yeah, more like a very wet Friday actually. Started on a very wet note. I think it's pretty much still wet, and I think it's safe to say that we're officially in the rainy season.
My name is Tokubo Jekunle. I stopped being a weatherman because somehow weather becomes unpredictable.
Now with the climate change and everything, I agree.
Change, everything is just funny. America now is going through its own phase, and it's interesting.
And it's very interesting, like
Yes.
with what you said, because I remember growing up, like weather used to be really predictable. Like between this month and this month is rainy season.
Very
between this
perfect.
month, very predictable, and then
very perfect. Now,
here we are. Anyway, good afternoon. We bid you everybody a warm welcome to the bar this very, very interesting afternoon. And today we're of course it's Friday, so we're going to start off with music, new music. It's New Music Friday. We're going to be reeling out songs that been out this week, not just today alone, but that have been out for like the better part of this week. Also, then we're moving a lot into politics. Before we get to politics, Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, they're in the news again today, and I think for them it's a little bit of an unfortunate news here. There's a bit of news from Ohaneze had spoken a few days ago. We're addressing the president. The president has replied. The United Kingdom that IPOB is always going on to report Nigeria to, they have something to say, very concrete this time. Also, Christian Association of Nigeria, which at this point I'm not sure I understand their dynamics in this, but they also have something to say. About Nnamdi Kanu. Then also talking about the UK. The UK has also talked. There's another Abacha Loot.
You see, I'm gonna be very cross with you and a lot of people. There's a way to talk about Abacha, and there's a Loot.
Granddaddy from
the gift
Beyond.
that keeps
Okay.
giving. The gift that keeps on giving.
but it has a name.
Yeah, but it's the gift. Look,
It's all our money
how
that
can,
has saved
how
up,
can
you
someone
know?
how can someone be
Saved,
dead for so
saved.
many years
Yeah.
and you just look and say 2.5,
But
3.6,
thank God for him.
700
He
million.
saved the money.
Yeah, he did.
He saved the money.
He saved it. No.
So we're having the money back.
So, like when we look at it from that angle, he saved the money.
He
He
did.
actually did save the
He
money.
banked it.
So whatever you put, like say, he shall save the money, and Nigeria is going to use the money now. So it's good for all of us. Anyway, also talking about still talking about it. More people are buying forms, though, and more people are declaring.
No, please be specific. What forms are they buying?
Yeah, that's why I was not there yet. I'm not finished.
You don't call form. You call the form with respect. When you say people are buying form, they will think it's form for you want to travel to America or Canada.
I agree with you. It's 100 million naira form, so it's hefty.
It sounds more.
It should be
more,
hefty.
more of.
Kosher now, anywhere in the world, it has never happened before.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
We have to have respect for
I have nothing to say.
when a group of people come together
Yeah.
and say our value is 100 million. Everybody says, no, what do you mean 100 million? They want to use it to chase people, according to Tolupo. Now we are going to almost 20 people.
But the people are not being chased away.
They are not.
They are being attracted.
They are being attracted.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So-
because people that we didn't even hear their names before, everybody seems to be coming out of their shells, and people want
So
to
you mean
spend
we
more
have
money.
people with 100 million tucked carefully somewhere?
Don't be saying that. I don't like it.
You don't have to like it.
I don't like it.
Okay.
According to one of
People have already bought. It's not that they kept.
according to one of my friends, they will say, I bet you get 100 million where you know they
Where you
use.
know they use. So see, Nigerian politicians.
Spare.
I beg, yeah, 100 million where you know they use.
They will tell you no.
Spare 100 million.
But when you really think about it, they're using it.
Yeah,
So it's not
investment.
100 million.
Let me even
So
tell
it's
you,
not 100 million
the
they're not
shock-
using.
The shocking thing is that they have more than that.
Oh, no.
Because somebody says to me, if I come to you now, I say, can you spare me 5,000? And you look across and you say, okay, 5,000, take 5, add 1. This one, give to the children, making 6,000. So that meant the man had more than 5,000. If I had known, I would have asked him for 10,000.
But when you really think about this matter, you can't say that they have more. But because
Why
if
not?
everything is
Why don't they have it?
more that they cannot use or they don't want to use, because it's all an investment, from the forms to the primaries, the campaigning for the primaries.
Good.
After you win the primaries, the campaigning for the presidency in itself. So it's money that they might have kept somewhere, but they are going to use it. They are
You
using
said
it.
investment. We all invest to make profit at the end of the day. So why
What's
you are
the
calling to
profit?
serve?
Oh, you
To
did
be
not-
president,
Why are you?
You did not listen to the
President.
Boomba yesterday.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm very angry.
Don't be angry. Don't be angry.
I am annoyed.
Because I ran
According
after,
to-
I've been looking for 100 million.
Don't
So-
be hey.
Yes, the
So-
whole of
Don't
yesterday-
run
the
for
whole of
what you
yesterday,
cannot.
I was going around. To
I
look
have
for
several theories
100.
about this investment.
Don't look for what you can. Just
Okay.
day your day. You
Yeah,
are not,
I-
it's not your day your day.
I actually have been.
I did my day.
So
Let's move on.
the
Let's
thing
move
is,
on.
No, we're talking about it.
No,
So there are a few
no.
theories that were talked about yesterday.
So check this out. My name is something. Nobody really knows me. I'm a politician. I've been in the game for 20 years.
Yes.
And now, the president that nobody could contest against in our party 4 years ago is leaving. It's an all-commerce field. How am I going to position myself?
Good.
If I go to this camp, will they listen to me? Will this one listen to me? So you know what? I'm going to buy this 100 million naira form and make a lot of noise. That's the only way they can hear me and know that I still exist. And look at it, that if this guy can do this, then he can do that. Do you get?
Okay.
So what do? I buy the form. My name is something. People start to talk about me. Tokumbo, Dolupo, and Chola. They're talking about me at the Boomba.
Oh yeah.
They're tweeting about me.
So it's not about the noun.
I am now.
It's about the future.
I am now in the forefront.
So when you write my name, even if I don't win, when you write my name next time, presidential candidate.
I can leverage
For
on that.
2022.
I can actually even leverage on that
Yeah.
for the now. And now talk to.
I'm trying to follow you guys, but go
Okay,
ahead.
so I can leverage on it for the now and say, who is winning these primaries?
Uh-huh.
We get to the floor, and I see it looks like this person has more candidates. I say, I'm going to go up there and step down for you. But you know that me stepping down for you, you'll do something for me in return. I say, don't worry, I'll give you essay on business innovations and everything.
Isn't
I'm
it an
good.
investment?
I have invested 100 million, and I've gotten 3 or 4 appointments for myself and members of my team. Is it not worth 100 million? It is. It is. I'll give you commission. I'll give you Minister of Finance. Your background is in financial issues.
Kaboom! Kaboom! Kaboom!
I can bargain with it. That's one.
Nigeria is for sale.
The whole world is for
The whole
sale.
world is for sale.
It's a global thing. We always take it in isolation. It's a global thing.
Okay.
Then I take the other group of people. I'm a former governor. I'm an outgoing governor. I'm a serving governor. And we know the 2 or 3 top contenders. But in my state, there are 400 delegates now. And these 400 delegates, they are loyal to me. Of these 400, at least almost 380 of them are loyal to me. I will buy the form. How much is 100 million?
Cool.
And I'll come and tell you on the floor. Okay? You know I have 490 delegates. Say, yes, you do. So for each delegate, can I get XYZ? And they'll vote for you. And I'll do the calculation. I say, okay, so plus my 100 million that I used on logistics.
Okay.
I'll come and take 1 billion.
Okay.
I write check for 1 billion for him. Give him 1 billion. On the floor of the house, I invested 140 million. And I make 1 billion. And I even said to people, I said, won't I still have profit?
I like this. I like this very much. But the question is this. It's not going around everybody. So
I'm telling you, there are different schools of thought.
100 million naira will
See,
go down.
talk about these two needs to broaden his mind.
Some 100 million will go into the dustbin or trash can.
Maybe.
No 100 million is going to
I don't
government.
think any other.
Trash can.
Not-
Trash can. Trash
not
can.
one
look at it
person.
look at it from also this angle that we talked about it yesterday.
You know, okay.
Look at it from the angle where we know that, hate President Buhari or not, money, government money being used for campaigns and all that, maybe call it the economy, call it the way he does his things, it's not as easy to remove money to say you want to use for campaign and all that anymore. What if it is a legitimate way of the party to gather money? So instead of saying I have 100 million, I'm donating towards the 2023 elections, shall come and buy one paper,
Okay.
and then
So that's my contribution, right?
that's my contribution to it.
Can
Because
you do a rough calculation? At least we are sure of some who have bought.
yes, there's about almost 10 people that are bought.
Now, if this is business, they have a projection.
No, that's what I'm saying. So what if it is everybody's ways of putting money into the party to fund the 2023 elections?
Because they are not going to be able to take money from the coffers of the government.
They can't.
They cannot.
They can't.
Those days are past.
Mhm.
So for them to stay in power, they must raise a lot of money.
Do you get?
And we're all
What if
focusing
it's a
on
way
the
to raise
presidential.
money?
By the time they are done with the gubernatorial,
Some
senatorial,
gubernatorial states
House
have
of Rep,
4, 5, 6 people that already bought 50 million naira
This-
tickets each.
party called the APC would have raised nothing less than 4 to 5 billion naira.
What?
At least
not more.
3 billion.
Okay, it is to what really?
To run the elections,
To run the
run
2023
the party.
elections,
To
run
run
the
all of that.
party.
Okay.
That's no, we're not saying that's it, but we're
No.
looking at different scenarios where.
No,
you know,
I do understand.
Yeah.
I do understand. And that's why I feel honestly that the political structures should be revisited.
why?
Okay. I don't know, but I remember that going way back, you know, I love history a lot. History tells me, and I recall, that the parties there that were in existence then also had this kind of idea. You get it? But the bulk of the money the parties were using were being contributed, not by selling forms really alone. The forms were not that expensive. Were being contributed by those people they had paid, who they had helped to certify in some positions in government.
Sure.
Either local government bosses, their assistants who had, or ministers. All they do is just close their eyes and find these guys.
Mhm.
Like, your contribution is this and that. There's nothing wrong with that, they used to say. But here, I have to buy a form to get by it. And Shola has explained this form buying to me, that is not only for now, it's for the future, to show that you are still there and you belong. Okay? Otherwise, they would trample on you and walk past you as if it never existed, if that's it. So it's power game, it's money game. We are really
It's
bad.
politics.
It's politics.
So yeah, talking
Okay.
about this politics
Now, okay, go ahead.
and interesting about these forms, I just wanted to put it out there. So it is said, according to the Vanguard, that associates of the Central Bank of Nigeria governor Godwin Emefiele had picked up the All Progressives Congress the 100 million naira form for him. Now, they said that the form was picked up around 11:15 a.m. Specific.
His associates, right?
Yes, everybody has associates. Also,
Everybody
former
has
governor of
associates.
Zamfara has also declared that he wants to be president.
Okay.
Sonny Yerima, remember the very popular Zamfara governor?
Yeah, I remember him through his doctrine and beliefs.
Yeah, and his behavior,
Okay,
his
yeah.
pedophilic behaviors.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's there. I'm not alleging it.
It's fine. It's fine.
it's in the public domain.
Let's progressively, yes.
I'm just saying.
Let's-
Anyway, so those are two other people that were not even in the mix before. That at least one person is said, is alleged that one person, which we didn't even know, because there were always speculations about the central bank
You're
government.
leaving out Ogbonnaya, or no?
Oh yeah, sorry. The Minister of I think Science and Technology has also declared to want to be president. Now, why is it that the whole of it almost looks like the whole of President Buhari's cabinet? Maybe they should just sack all of them. I think we're back to there's something that I think it was last week he said sack all of them. Looks like they all don't have work to do anymore. Sack the ones that want to be president. Let them go for and then let's get people because
they're not following the circle.
Whether we like it or not, there's still about a whole year. Yeah. There's still about 365 days of work, if not more. Yeah, a little bit over 365 days, about 370 days or more, about 380 though, or more to actually have this administration still has a whole year of work to do, election or not. So maybe they should let them be going.
Anytime we talk and we add extra O to it is by force. But when we add cuckoo to it, it's going to happen. No, I'm being serious now. Because this is not the first time you will sit down here and say, deal with these guys, let them. But resignation is easy now. I heard that the party, that one of the parties has printed an extra form.
Yeah, it's the APC.
It's APC, which says that you should sign and endorse it at a point in time. Who throws that in on your behalf when it gets? Is it the party that throws it in?
Yeah, there's a lot of problems with people signing that thing because now some people are claiming that it's almost like they want to force a consensus on them because if you've signed it before.
I have a different view and
of the signing it.
Of the whole idea of a clause or a form that preempts the result of the election. The whole essence of that form is to say that I am not going to fight anybody. You get? If I lose, I lose. Do you get?
I move on, yes.
Now, there are unwritten systems that have been put into place in governance, especially at the federal level. And I don't know if some states are practicing it. The day you're signing your acceptance form as a commissioner or a political appointee, you're also signing your resignation form. Right. It is just not dated. You understand? It is a way to keep people on track. To say, if you do not do what we want, or do you not deliver or perform optimally, you're out. You're already out. You already know that you're one leg in, one leg out. So they will
submit the form on your behalf.
Yeah. Okay. You signed it.
You signed it. Okay.
It's your signature. You have appended it.
True.
So I actually like the fact that there is a clause like that, because let's be real, 7,000 plus delegates will decide one president on behalf of you, me, and Dolupo, even if we're not card-carrying members of the APC. The PDP has a similar structure, maybe 6,000 plus or so delegates, but I'm sure that the APC has 7,000 plus, almost 8,000 delegates. 4,000 plus from the north, 3,000 plus from the south. Now, of all the people, let's get to brass tacks, who have signified their interest to become the president of Nigeria on the bill of the APC. How many of them can garner the majority of 7,000 plus delegates? Let's get real. Let's be real. Let's not play around anymore.
No, it's a tough one. It's a tough
fight. Yes, the delegates are spread across 6 geopolitical zones.
Yeah.
The Northwest has the largest number. I think it's close to 2,000 or so. The Southwest, I am sure, has over 8,500. The South and the Southeast have the least number of delegates. They are under 900 delegates per region. So, you have presidential aspirants in Ogun State, 2. In Lagos, 1. In Rivers State, 1. And they are spread across Nigeria. Anambra has 1. Imo has 1. All in the APC. Do you get what I'm saying?
At this point, they will have
so, how many of those delegates broken down into states? Now, I broke it down into sub-regions. I'm talking about the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria.
Sure.
So, how many of those people in the states
Can muster.
can you, as an indigene of Ogun State, muster? In Ogun State, where the vice president of Nigeria is contesting, a former governor is contesting. In Ogun, let us say of the 1,500 plus, Ogun has 300. How many is Oshibajo going to get? How many will Amosu get? Then outside Ogun, where is Oshibajo going to get the rest to make majority to defeat Bola Tinubu, Rotimi Amechi, Ogbonnaya Onu, Nwajuba, Chris Ngige? I can go on and on and on.
Wow.
Benga Olawepo Ashim is Kwara. There's already an issue there because the chairman of the party is from the north. So for the governor of Kogi, Benga Ashim, and now the former governor of Zamfara, you are already showing us that you do not respect the power sharing formula that's supposed to keep this country one. So what are we talking about? So in brass tacks, how many of these guys will garner the most delegates? We all know that after all said and done, you cannot mention 5 names of these almost 20 that can give or get the majority.
You are forgetting Pastor Tude Bakari.
Yes.
Who has already bought his form.
Which state is he from?
Is he not from Ogun State?
At the end of the day, 3 APC presidential candidates. How many delegates are they pulling from their states?
Absolutely.
And okay, but he's based in Lagos. Maybe he has a few delegates in Lagos. Don't rule him out. I'm sorry I didn't mention his name, but I'm not ruling him out. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, how many of these guys can really and truly get the bulk of the delegates?
I think it's going to be very interesting.
So
it's
what
going
the
to be a very
parties will
interesting
do
thing.
is shortlist them.
Yeah, they're still going to go.
Indirectly shortlist them.
They're still going in
through the
for,
forms by signing, making them.
There's
sign
going to
the
be a
forms.
screening.
there's still going to be a screening.
There's going to be a screening process.
Which my fear for a lot of them, especially the ones that are still appointees now, they're not resigned yet. Isn't that going to be like a major disqualifying thing for them?
My take on that is that any political appointee that has picked up the form to be president of Nigeria, the next president of Nigeria, or has indicated his interest because there's no woman running, indicated his interest to be the next president of Nigeria on the bill of the APC, is wasting his time and his money.
Because I don't think the whole of the APC will want to risk.
You just sacked the other day.
I don't think APC will
I have moved past that.
Their primaries with INEC.
I talked about them being sacked. And the president did not respond. He didn't say anything. So guess what happens? If any of the political appointees, any of them, Rotimi Amechi and all the
because once they are in those primaries already,
they
already make
the
those
APC primaries, they have lost.
I won't even say win.
It is automatic.
I'm not even saying win.
You know,
and the fact that they're not even supposed to contest.
They will not stop. Dolupo, you know that they won't stop them from contesting.
Why?
No,
isn't that something? Wait, no. You know what I'm saying? So is that isn't that something like right the PDP now, can take to court?
Right
that
now,
these primaries.
It's not the PDP's business. Look, the truth is, if I'm the PDP,
no, INEC can come up and say that this thing was not
you don't understand
because part of people that contested.
Fantastic angle, but if I am the PDP, I will not take them to court. I will even pray that they win the election. I will pray that someone who should have resigned wins.
So when they win, you now go to court.
That's when I'm going to court.
I'm even saying
not
that
before.
even if they don't even win the election, you're not even supposed to be in the primaries in the first place.
Nobody will screen them from contesting. I'm telling you.
Well, she said they should.
I'm not saying she's wrong.
That alone already puts you at a disadvantage.
I'm talking about them.
INEC can come up and say that this primaries that you conducted was not done properly because so and so person was not supposed to be at the primaries.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, the PDP benefits from it.
That's what I'm saying. That should the APC jeopardize their position?
What were they looking at that when it happened in Zamfara State? That they couldn't even organize ordinary primaries. It's the same APC. You think they've changed overnight? They haven't. They will not stop these people from contesting. I'm telling you. They're not going to stop them. They won't stop them because there's a plan. And they think they are smart, but they're going to play themselves at the end of the day. But the
It makes
truth
no
is,
sense.
as a party, there's always a way out. Because if a member of your party who is a political appointee breaks this electoral law by contesting and winning, and INEC is at the primaries, and INEC endorses it, that means it's not the party's fault.
That is if INEC endorses.
Oh yeah, because you know INEC has to observe.
Yeah, INEC observes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they go to court and say, well,
No.
they've said their own, but we're saying that INEC was there, INEC felt it was right, so the person has won. Do you get what I'm saying? But if I am PDP, I'll just sit back and say, okay, now, are you done with your charade? I will even let you win the election. Then I will now quote what happened in Zamfara as an example for them. That since the primaries had contravened the electoral law as of 2022, that means you don't have a valid presidential candidate.
Let me just check.
So let the APC keep messing around and doing the rigmarole, collecting 100 million without putting their house in order.
Who thinks for these parties? Is anybody thinking?
JB, they have ESCO and everything.
I think they go to sleep. They go to
the
sleep
people that are
sometimes.
collecting the money should.
They never see the end from the beginning, because all these things being thrashed up today, okay, is basically leading them to begin to think they've been careless over some things.
But we will all be here, and we are here at the Boomba to analyze it. Wouldn't we be? See, anyway, let's move quickly from that, and let's move to a very interesting topic. And we're moving to IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu. So I think let's start from this angle. Ohaneze had come out a few days ago to talk, and they were addressing the president that the president should release Nnamdi Kanu. For whatever reason, I do not know. Now, President Buhari, which I think that is a very interesting response, had come out to say that the fate of Nnamdi Kanu is decided by the courts and it is out of his hands.
Bingo. Being a big bingo, because he can't say anything. He can't announce or proclaim release him. That leaves the judiciary in shreds. He cannot do that.
He can't.
Okay?
Yeah, it's a major issue.
The solution is, why are they clamoring for his release? As he don't, you know that some. I don't think that report went down to tell if at all there has been a report directly or a release from the Ohaneze.
Oh, there are reports. There are lots of reports on a lot of things. They have a lot of things to say. And before we go to the next thing that they said, another association that is clamoring, that is asking President Muhammad Buhari to grant Nnamdi Kanu a pardon, is religious. The chairman, the Southeast angle of the Christian Association of Nigeria.
Southeast.
Yeah, the southeastern part of the association, CAN. They are asking President Buhari to grant Nnamdi Kanu freedom.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've been off my paces in the last 60 to 120 seconds.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share the link on Facebook, and I open it and I see that one of my friends is dead, and they're asking for tributes, and I'm just in awe. I'm in shock. The Benga Daniel book that I was telling you guys about, it was the one that gave it to me.
We just discussed this afternoon.
And he's dead now.
Oh,
So I'm sorry, please just forgive me. I know I just
that's a
went
pity.
off.
That's a pity. Wow. Sorry. Big pity. We discussed it this afternoon.
Show must go on.
Yeah, show must go on.
Okay, so you were saying something.
I almost lost it. Seriously.
Talking about President, asking
yes,
President Buhari.
I think over time, Khan has played a major role, tried to play a major role when it comes to politics in this country. And I wonder sometimes, thank you, why they try to usurp the role of the politicians all the time. They do it. You know, I've always believed over time that, yeah, they have a faith. They come out boldly to say this is what we believe in and this is what has to be done. I see the role of churches in politics. I see just yesterday we're discussing the role of the church in Russia, you know, in the invasion of Ukraine. And in fact, the Pope himself had to come out to berate one or two of the guys there, of the men there, saying if you are not careful, you'll turn out to be altar boys for Putin. And I think sometimes you don't know where they are going. You almost feel they have been infiltrated with some begs, you know, some knocks on their head to say, okay, look, be on our side. Because very soon, Europa, go and write it down, very soon, you'll find they'll start giving predictions. They start giving you
they've already started
predictions. This is where it's going to happen. This is what God has told me, you know. And I just wonder most times, where have they all been? And why are they now coming out this way? Their utterances are believable to so many minds. And that is why I think they do not always sit down to calculate, absolutely, to think twice.
To think
before they leap out. But can we divulge the churches, okay, from politics? That can't be done because we have few of them now.
But when we really look at it, we're not even looking at it from, because I don't think Nnamdi Kanu's case is political. When we really look at the basis of the case, it is a person that has been charged with a few things. The same way maybe a regular guy that stole something is charged with theft. He allegedly committed some crimes, and he was arrested, jumped bail, he got rearrested, and is in the process of, you know, they're in process in court where everybody is going to say their case, the prosecution, the defense, and all that. So even when we go on and make it political, yes, because it is Nnamdi Kanu and the issues surrounding it, we can say it is a little political. But when we really look at the basis of the matter, is it really, really political?
I read this story a couple of minutes ago before we came live, and I was actually taken aback with the stance of the Christian Association of Nigeria Southeast Zone. Not because they are asking for Nnamdi Kanu's release, but because they are talking about the effects of the actions of Nnamdi Kanu's group or groups affiliated to him. Shall I say allegedly? But we all know that they were saying that the sit-at-home order, which the government did not give, but which is being enforced by Nnamdi Kanu's group, is affecting them. That's what Khan said in that write-up, that the sit-at-home order is affecting the economy of the Southeast. And for this reason, government should release Nnamdi Kanu. And I'm saying to myself, are you not supposed to be talking to the people who are enforcing an illegal sit-at-home? Those are the people you should be talking to, not the government, because it's not the government that is saying sit-at-home until Nnamdi is released. You're the ones that are saying no business. Like, the Southeast is basically dealing with itself, punishing itself in the hope that the rest of Nigeria will look and say, you've been punishing yourself for so long, okay, you are free.
We empathize with them.
Yeah, but that's not how it works. You need to keep people earning. Times are hard while you agitate and push. So a smart political response has been given by President Buhari. He says, the case is in court. Actually, a case in court, if you actually meddle into that, you know that that's what the whole world will be talking about.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is up for pardon or discussion. But I think that you're being clever by half if you're saying that an action that is illegal, that's affecting the entire Southeast region, should be the basis for government to release someone,
Yeah.
where it is not government that has carried out that action. So talk to the people who are stopping people from going to work and school. Those are the people you should be talking to. You know them, you see them all the time. We saw them 2 days ago in Abia. We saw them in Aba. They were all over the place with their mask. People were hailing them, unknown gunmen, in broad daylight. Those are the guys you should be talking to. Don't miss it, Southeast, because you are allowing people, a few people, destroy your entire region. And before it's too late, you have to nip it in the bud.
Yeah. Shola, you got it right, because from when we started talking about Khan, I said most of the time you don't know where they are going.
Mm-hmm.
They come out as if they're tough, and they dabble into politics in a different way. Now, when you leave your domain and you go general,
you start doing things that are not your.
You are bound to cross roads. And let's go back to what these guys are doing to that area. They are your kith and kin. And for a long time, you have not said a word.
Yeah, how you think that releasing one person is going to erase all the crimes that has happened in that place, and it's a very interesting angle to it. I don't understand what they're saying, but I like President Buhari's answers to them, and he said this part of what the meeting he had yesterday with them, he's in a boring state. And I think that's is the most, would I say, clever? I won't even call it clever. It's just the appropriate answer to just give in times like this. Now, still talking about the IPOB, we yesterday evening the news broke that the United Kingdom has finally accepted Nigeria's classification of the indigenous people of Biafra as a terrorist organization. Not only that, they have also said that they have barred the members from asking for asylum.
They barred them from asking for asylum.
Yeah. So they can't be granted asylum in the United Kingdom anymore.
Can I just ask this question? Why has it taken them this long to...
They were trying to see maybe the Nigerian government
make
was
up their
not
mind.
killing.
Probably they were busy with their own internal politics going on.
Also, remember that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra is a United Kingdom not resident, citizen. So I think they're trying to look at it that maybe they want to keep their citizens safe and all that. And now I have a question. For them to do this, doesn't it also mean that he himself and his citizenship is probably in jeopardy?
What I'm really after, I think you are.
Because it's possible they can actually revoke his citizenship.
You're on the right track, okay? I don't know how the diplomatic mission works in that area, but for me, I still want to go back to it. What has the government there been looking at? Why has it taken them this long? I mean, are they trying to tell us that if things had worked the way they thought it would work, they would have applauded the formation of that body or that institution? Or let's wait and see what will happen at the end of the day. Does it take them time to make their minds up about whether to join the defense of Ukraine or that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They already have their minds made up about some things. That's what they have just. This is a very sensitive matter. And knowing that, okay, go back again to history. You don't tell me I'm a historian. I go back. They are meant to be colonial heads in so many ways. Mm-hmm. Whether we found them wanting in those times when we were forming a nation or not, it's not the issue. Now we've gone beyond that. Now, why do we have to now wait for them to now say what they have said? Anyway, give and take. As a friend will say, let's move on that case.
Yeah, let's move on. They finally said that, according to the statement, that Nigeria has proscribed them since the year 2020. So they're officially now agreeing to Nigeria's prescription of IPOB. Also, they have not proscribed masob yet, but they're banning them. They also now said this, a part of the statement that says if a person has been involved with IPOB and or an affiliated group, masob or any other Biafran group that incites or uses violence to achieve its aim, decision makers must consider whether one or more of the exclusion clauses under the Refugee Convention is applicable. So, people that are always putting stuff on social media, Nnamdi Kanu is the way, but you want to japa, just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. And you know the interesting part, once the UK has done it now, I'm sure that in a few weeks to come now, a lot of other countries too will start putting.
Yeah.
And though you want to, but you like to write nonsense a lot. This is the same UK. The IPOB people have been reporting Nigeria to. I mean, they've been reporting, yeah.
I just know that when things will change, But I need to find out why the change, why
took this long.
Yeah, why did it take this long? Why did it take this long? But the implication of this to the Nigerian government is another thing we should look at. What does it imply? What do you think it implies?
I think that I think it's a little bit of doom for, would I say, a part of the Southeast, especially people that are involved with this ESN and IPOB, because it also means that I know that a lot of equipment that are being bought by the military overseas, there are some of them that they have clauses that they can't use them on people that are not terrorists, that are not proscribed as terrorists. So
we couldn't get those things.
No, not that they can't use them. Like now, I think there are a lot of like those Super Tucano. I think they can only use them in the north. They can't use them because they claim that it's the insurgents in the north that are terrorists. But if this is now telling us that the people in the southeast too that are doing what they're doing are also terrorists, it means that the army can decide to, go all Operation Fire on them. That's what it means. That's what I think that's also I think is going to be another implication. So if you are in IPOB, I think it's a very good time to repent.
Right. The word repent is big, is heavy. Is heavy in something you have for a long time believed. However, I think also that somehow we've been able to catch the influence. Let's look at Nigeria as an entity. Otherwise, it could have been worse.
Yeah. For me, I really think that hate Nigeria or love Nigeria, there's definitely something that they're doing right that this Sena claims see. In the security might not be what we want, but for them to be getting, they actually get a lot of help from the US, UK. Just 2 days ago, the UN Secretary General came to Nigeria, was in Borno State. So I think that there's something that they're doing right for them to be getting this much attention. Would I say good attention? Let me put it like that. Good attention from the outside world. So, which let's be honest, my own still remains, if I think it's time to repent. If you don't want to, that's I think that's it for me basically. Now, still talking about the United Kingdom and Nigeria. Now, the National Crime Agency of the United Kingdom, the NCA, says it has recovered 23. I'm coming. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 20. I'm trying to count the numbers.
The billions.
23,439,724.98 million dollars, or about 9,743,659,276 naira only.
From again, you didn't like from.
Oh, okay.
From, yeah.
That has been gotten from Nigeria. That there was siphoned from Nigeria by, according to SR,
Yeah.
our gift that keeps giving, General Sonny Abacha.
A recurring gift that keeps coming back.
You know, at events that they speak Yoruba, they will say "Tiafi towo towo pe." When they are trying to call on eminent people, they say "Tokunbo Jekule
He's
Tiafi
a
towo
very,
towo
very
pe."
eminent human being.
Don't call. It's too close.
You are an eminent. You are eminent.
Shola,
It's too close
it is
for
too
comfort.
close. That example is too close for comfort.
Okay. Sometime next year I'll change it. But so
Don't use it.
in this scenario,
Yeah.
we have to announce and call Uncle Chief Daddy,
He's our chief daddy.
Professor, Financier, Gbogbo Tigbo,
Yeah.
Abacha with a lot of respect.
I.
You see, people don't understand. You see, Abacha did not thief money. Oh.
Yeah,
He was just saving money for
banked
Nigeria.
He banked our money for
And if you like, take what I've said literally. Now you sabi, it's your daddy's mommy's problem. I don't care. What I only care about is that this money. There were some monies that were returned to this current government, and it was for specific reasons. The government that returned it said, "Look, we're going to give you this money, infrastructural development, poverty alleviation," and that's what they actually did because it was monitored. So this 23 million point something dollars, they should look at media practitioners. You don't understand? Some of us who have been in the media, we have tried our best. We are not affiliated. You know, they don't give us 10% because we are talking about Nigeria in a positive light. You understand?
You read something to me earlier before this program, so let me recall. How long did you say it took the British government? Is it?
Yeah, 7 years. The National Crime Association
To track it or what?
of the UK
Yes.
spent 7 years following up on this particular 23 million
This
plus
particular
dollars.
one.
Yeah, and they worked, of course, in conjunction with the Department of Justice in the US and all of that. They did not relent. And what was their driving force? They are trying to make the world realize, this thing has frozen since. They're trying to make the world realize that that their country does not condone or support people making them a haven for stolen funds.
Yeah, I think that came out well. So they spent their money tracking this money.
Yes, they did.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes, they did.
So
7 years it took them.
definitely took them 7 years. And before we move on, there's news that just broke now. So you had talked about something when you were talking about presidential aspirants in the APC about his. There's a her now.
Oh, was she?
Yes, and she did not only just announce, she has gone ahead to buy the form. The person of Uju Ohaneze has purchased the expression of interest and nomination forms in Abuja. She says that my fear is that men will not want to muscle me out, but I'm standing firmly for the people I am here to protect.
Any write up on Uju herself?
So she's an Abuja-based legal practitioner and a businesswoman who described herself as a fearless advocate for the common man. Oh, but you know that it's not 100 million she will pay now. She will pay 50 million.
50 million, yeah.
No, it's free.
It's free, it's free for women, actually.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
it is
it's
free,
free for
actually.
women.
Oh, so she didn't have to pay.
And she's the first woman to step out, you sure?
Yeah, she is. She didn't have to pay. So, you know, kudos to her.
Okay, she's free. It's free for her.
It's free for her.
I welcome her actually to the race.
It's a bit of good
I
news
do, honestly.
that
I do.
a woman has joined. But the truth is, again, I really want us to be serious. The office of the presidency is not a joke.
Oh, okay.
I never heard of this lady before in my life.
She's never been a politician.
It doesn't mean
I
that
don't think so.
she cannot be president.
Mhm.
It just, for me as a person, I'm wondering like, what work have you done? You get. And sadly, look at the statement that was credited to her that Tolupo read. Though the APC's presidential nomination and expression of interest form sells for 100 million naira, but female aspirants, youth, and persons with disability vying for the elective on platform are to pay 50% of the cost.
So it's 50%.
It's free.
No, actually, it's free.
It's free.
And
So how are
no,
you saying?
No,
It's
no.
for youth under 40 that are paying 50%.
That's right. Okay.
She said that the male aspirants will not succeed in intimidating her. I call BS on her statement, and I say that she's a smart woman who is trying to position herself for something.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
shall
it's
I-
free.
Something
It's
for
free.
the girls. She's not trying to be president.
No,
It's free.
Well, she's not trying to be president. Well, let me try it. If it doesn't work, okay, fine. I love this inclusion. I love it. You know the no, it's getting interesting. I love it. I don't think you recall there was one time I said that I have this feeling that the person who will come up as a president will be that many names will come up that we hitherto had not heard before. That they'll be brilliant people. We've never met them before, but they are here to rock the scenery. She's probably one of those.
Funny enough,
She's not rocking.
sadly,
She's not rocking
I don't
anything.
think she's rocking anything.
No, let me explain what I,
I don't
said
think
by
she's
rocking.
She's not rocking
anything.
anything.
Let me use the word rocking, okay? For me, it's like she's not there. She's never been there, okay? Let's see what she's going to do, okay? Okay, and she comes out boldly and says, I want to come out, okay? Rock is not for me like giving unsettled atmosphere within the party. She can't lock on that particularly. It's my personal opinion or impression, perception of what I feel that will happen. Let a woman come out. I don't want to know if she can do it or not. Leave that one. Let her just come out. But of course, anybody who steps up believes he or she can do it. A woman can. She believes she can. So let her step out. She stepped out. For me, I'm not going to. Yeah, I think. Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes.
Well,
Yeah.
we definitely
Let's-
would.
And if the party believes that, of course, it's too late for them to even recall her anyway. She said she's come out boldly to say she wants to do it.
Yeah, she's picked up the
She's picked
forms. Anyway, finally, before we go, really quickly run through New Music Friday. The Africa Development Bank has now come out to say that they've secured a 15.6 billion investment for the construction of a highway from Lagos to Abidjan. This was disclosed by Dr. Akiumi Adesina, the president of the bank, after meeting the president of Ivory Coast.
It's good news. It's going to help the economy of the southwestern, the
West Africa.
the West African sub-region of Africa. Lagos to Abidjan is beautiful if we can get this super highway that would enhance trade and movement. Because again, the West African sub-region has this free movement arrangement where people can go back and forth without visas and all. So this is a good
Just to
development.
cash in on that.
This is good for tourism. It's good for the economy. It's good for business of the entire sub-region.
But they're yet to conclude on the common currency denomination in West Africa.
We can't. There's a lot of funny things around that. But let us leave it the way it is, and for now, at least people can travel.
So they said that it has been said that President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the 2022 disbursement proposals and guidelines for public high institutions across the country today. So there's a large amount of money that is going into the public universities. So let's hope this translates to the ASU strike ending sometime soon. And also, the federal government has said that they have now officially completed the repair of the bombed Abuja-Kaduna rail track. I know about 2 weeks ago we talked about how residents of Kaduna State are actually talking about that they're waiting for the train to go back. Like, people can't actually wait to get back on the train. And also, the NRC, the Nigeria Railway Corporation, has also now said that for people to get on the train, you need an NIN now. I think maybe it's for tracking people and for data.
They talked about it even before this attack.
Okay.
And it's not a bad idea. Anything to safeguard life and property.
It's great. I think it's good. It's good.
So on that note, we're moving finally to a bit of music. A lot of music dropped today. Before today, Kiss Daniel and Techno actually released Buga. This was earlier this week. I listened to the song today, and I think it's a very interesting song. It just sounds very Kiss Daniel like.
It sounds beyond Kiss Daniel like. It sounds like a party song. It sounds like a feel-good song.
Yeah.
And the fact that Kiss Daniel and Techno could collaborate on this one, and again, I think it's co-owned by both of them. It's not this featuring this, is this their song. But I like, again, the fact that this catchy refrain thing is coming back and all of that. And also, this, for me, I've listened to a lot of songs this weekend. This is one of the best that I've heard.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's actually a very nice song. I think I like it too. Another very interesting one that I listened to. This one, which I didn't see this combination ever coming up. But, you know, it is Cobham's here. So it is Cobham's, Pato Rankin, and Bella Shmurda.
So, Cobham's Asuko should not.
He just always comes up
boxed into a corner.
He just always tells you he's amazing.
There's a time when people didn't know, but you know, there's this Fuji wave that took over Nigerian music about 10 or so years ago, and one of those big songs was Dekunle Fuji's Molai Jason Gone.
Yeah.
These are things that were produced by Cobhams. And there are songs that Cobhams will sing Fuji, and you'll be like, are you kidding me right now? So you can't box Cobhams.
Yeah, he sang in this song.
It shocked me when I listened to it. You were playing it, and I said no.
No, you can't box
I stated this is not Cobhams. And the local said no, it is.
It is him. It is him. Another song we've not heard Naira Marley in a bit, but Naira Marley now has a song featuring Zinoliski.
I listened to that song. I saw the snippets yesterday when he tweeted it. I listened to the song, and it's funny how Zinoliski is now becoming like the go-to guy.
Yeah.
Naira Marley is big. He's his Oga. He brought him into the record label.
Yeah, but I think Zinoliski is really
like
doing
Zino
well for himself.
Brought
some
kind of flavor to this song, and they both complemented each other. I like Odu, but I like
Odu.
Yeah.
So, also Larry Gaga, that we haven't seen him in the scene in a bit as well. Larry Gaga has a song with Ajabo Hustlers and De La Ghetto called Monica.
I listened to that one too. Of course, Tokumbo also listened to it. Larry Gaga needs a special category for himself. They need to create one category where you're like celebrating the way he brings talent together,
and it makes
you're not going to hear Larry's voice on any of his songs, but he owns those songs. He puts in a lot of work, and he brings out beautiful pieces. This is another good one by Larry. The title again, Monica.
Also, T.I. Blaze has a new song with Skibby.
I haven't listened
to that one as well. Victoni's EP is out. Victoni's EP is out.
Beautiful body of work. I've listened to about 4 of those songs, and one thing that strikes me is how after the accident that he had last year, and now that he's working again, he's on his feet physically, he's also on his feet musically. Victoni did this EP without features. Like, notice that everybody is doing features these days.
Like, it's almost like I want to
look.
This is me.
I got this. I can do me. And you also go check out his Twitter. He's not following anybody except I think this guy that does his graphics or whatever. He's that strong-willed human being. Looking at the kind of person that I've never met Victoni before, but it comes across like a strong-willed, talented, young Nigerian who is going to take over the world with its quality of music.
Yeah, so finally another person, a Ghanaian this time, King Promise. I actually like his kind of sound. King Promise has a new song called Ginger. That and a few other people. Stonebwoy has a song called Therapy. Stonebwoy was one that was just signed recently by Sony Music. So there are a few songs. Just check them out. Lighter has a new song. Victor AD has a new song. So there are a lot of songs and many more that are out. You really should just go and check them out. It's a new music Friday indeed this week compared to a few
last
weeks,
week
and last 2
was
weeks.
okay. Okay. This week is amazing.
Yes, we have very good
No
songs.
disrespect to the guys from last week though.
So that's all we have to take this today and this week on the Boom Bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll definitely be back on Monday with another wonderful edition of the Bar. We know that we're coming back to give you gist that happened all over the weekend and then on Monday as well. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend ahead.
Bye.